like, you know what I'm saying, and another person also. They all moved here to get on their feet. So it's not like a roommate situation where I need their rent. It's more like he needs like a place to stay or whatever, and he works at UPS. So I ain't gonna get into too much details, but that nigga, that nigga is a straight bitch, like in general, like and just in general. So regarding the Tesla, yeah, that nigga had perfect credit, but he has no money and he has no life. So I told him, yo, let me use this credit to get this shit. Like, yeah, typical, like, it's not even extortion. It's just, nigga, like, let us use that. So, yeah, like, we did that and we got a Tesla with his credit. But I paid off the Tesla. He probably tried to act like I needed his money to pay off. No, I was paying the Tesla. So we used his credit to get a Tesla. Like, I don't know why he made it look like otherwise or like I was not going to admit to that. Yeah, nigga. And you don't look like the you don't you make me look good that I used your credit for a Tesla. So why would you even bring that up? So, anyways, yeah. So the reason why the whole fight happened was because he just wanted to move back to Connecticut, but he didn't tell me in advance. I told him, tell me 1 month in advance. You tell me 1 month in advance, then I can like prepare to, for your absence or whatever. Like, turn the spot into something else, whatever. He didn't warn me. He just said it a day prior to the rent being due. I'm expecting him to pay his rent because I'm financing different things or whatever. And he's like, nah, I'm going back to Connecticut because I gotta go to what do you say? To get a job offer. I'm like, what the fuck? Who gets a fucking job offer? Who flies across state lines for a job offer? You're leaving, nigga. But he's such a bitch. He's like scared. He's a scared nigga. Like that the act he has online, that's not him. You could ask Lord Taylor. He knows. Scared nigga. He's a very, very, very timid nigga. That and online he acts like he's this Raekwon Wu Tang clan, whatever the fuck. But he's a scared nigga in real life. So like he doesn't know how to like just say what's on his mind. So I'm like, yo, what are you moving back? Like just tell me you're moving back. No, man, it's a job offer. I can't say what I did. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying, but I can't say it. Allegedly. And then he went downstairs to the lobby, and I go downstairs to the lobby. I change the locks. I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna come back in here unless you give me the rent money. So, because you're gonna give me the rent money, or I'm just gonna take your all your shit, and sell it off. So he went to the lobby and called the cops, but I'm right there waiting for the cops because I'm thinking that the nigga's gonna have the cops escort him upstairs. But that's not what happened. He told the cops, "Yo, can y'all escort me upstairs?" And he assaulted me. He spent like 20 minutes talking to the cops with his hands moving and shit, all animated about what I did to him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So the cops come back in and they're like, "Yo, we're placing you under citizen's arrest." And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Y'all could just arrest me because he said I did something to him? And they were like, "Yeah, sir, please comply, whatever." But the time when I filmed them was when the cops finally came and started questioning him. And that was when I filmed him. And he tried to look like the hands behind his back. He wasn't trying to pretend like he was arrested. He literally stands like that. That nigga has the swag of a fourth grader. So yeah, that's what happened. And he called, but I'm like, why are you calling the cops and pressing charges? You're not even gonna be here for the court date. You're snitching for like no reason. That's recreational snitching. Like you're gonna be in Connecticut anyways. You should have just had the cops take you upstairs and get your stuff. So I filmed them talking to the police because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show Twitter that this is who you are. Like you're not this. Like you really are bitch made. And a lot of niggas on Twitter are like that. In real life, they're bitch made. But you know what I'm saying? In real life, they're bitch made. But on Twitter, they act. And he's like the number one of it. That's why he hasn't tweeted ever since I logged back online. That nigga's literally scared. Like he's very, very terrified.
Where
He
is
flew
he?
back to
Where are
Connecticut.
you?
I'm in
You went home
LA.
after you got out of jail? He moved back to
He
Connecticut
moved
last
back to
night.
Connecticut.
He caught
Tariq's a
the first
scared
flight
dude.
out of LA.
Yeah, Tariq's a scared.
Right.
Tariq's a very scared dude. It's not even funny how scary this nigga is. Like, bro, I'm not that.
So he was tweeting us from the plane. Like, what you talking about, bro? What you mean he flew back? He got all his shit last night, flew
That
home.
nigga got all his shit and flew back to Connecticut. I swear to God, there's a reason he's not tweeting right now because he can't escape
Oh my
the
god.
lies that he put forth. Like if I'm lying, he should just come online and just be like, "Yo, whatever." But he knows I'm telling the truth, so the only reason he did those spaces, he knew I was in jail. He knows I'm a very vocal nigga. Like if I was online, I would have like came in that spaces immediately. But I was in jail. When he found out I got out of jail, the nigga he got off Twitter and panicked and flew back because he thought I was gonna be in jail for days.
Lade, so that's why he abruptly ended that space like that?
Yeah, he abruptly ended
That
the
nigga got
space
on up off of her and deleted that tweet.
cause I texted him and then he abruptly ended the space, and that's what happened. There's no like preservatives to the story. That's just it. Like the nigga,
Yeah. So did y'all know each other before Twitter, or he just DM'd you and told you he was trying to get his life together,
no,
somehow get his life together in LA
we had
from
mutual
Connecticut?
acquaintances, and he didn't want to do it, but I was gonna put him in position to work for my company, but it didn't work out because the nigga's an idiot. Like he's an idiot. Like all
Okay.
that. I swear to God, he's an idiot. I don't really speak to the nigga, but Tracy's boyfriend, DJ, you can ask him. You can ask Lord Taylor. They'll all tell you, yeah, that nigga is very weird and non-confrontationally retarded. So,
So how long he been living with you? It's him and another nigga who live.
like
They
six
both live
months.
with you. What's the other nigga gonna do?
I'm not gonna. I'm
Okay, and
not
so now what
the
was
other
the
nigga is
stuff?
the other nigga. He's on his shit. He's like, I'm not gonna put him into this. But
He don't
Tariq
want nothing
is
to do
the
with that.
yeah
You gave him a new
yeah
key.
yeah. So that nigga Tariq, yeah, that's who he is. And I told him that, yeah, like, and then my thing is like, bro, if you're gonna move back home, you could have, you could have just told me a month, but he didn't tell me a month ahead because he's very vindictive. Like, I've been bullying him for like
Yeah,
three
he said
months.
you was on some R. Kelly shit. He said you wasn't trying to let him leave. He said he was trying to you wasn't trying to let him leave on some homoerotic shit, and that he was just
Yeah, he
trying to
was weird for
go
that shit.
home or some
Now
shit,
that's
and he
the,
wasn't.
now you hear me right? Y'all hear me right?
Hmm.
Now that's the
Yeah, we can
stupidest
hear
shit I
you.
ever heard. Why would you admit that somebody erotically like your next response should have been I killed that nigga. If
That's what
I
them
hu-
niggas was telling him in his
if I
face.
did some homosexual shit to you and you're bragging about it, what's y'all should be asking, well, what did you do? If you didn't do nothing, you either liked it or you're a bitch and you couldn't do nothing about it. So I look like
Yeah,
the
I had a lot
nigga
of
either way.
questions.
So I don't understand that.
But Lade, they giving him passes trying to say he not a street nigga. You don't have to be a street nigga to defend yourself. That whole space was just glazing and it was just weird. It's no shade.
I don't even I don't understand that. Like you're just a man first. And yeah, I threw him allegedly. Actually I didn't. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. I was bullshitting. I don't know what I did. I he said I allegedly threw him across the room and I threw him against the wall. But
Oh my
The
God, you said
white
you
paint
had him
marks on
hemmed
the
up in that
shirt show for
apartment.
that. The white paint
You
marks.
said you had him hemmed up on in the apartment on the wall and shit like that, and then y'all for whatever reason just stopped fighting, and then y'all went downstairs and the front lobby called the cops.
yeah, that
Allegedly.
no. He got terrified for no reason.
Oh my
Probably because I'm
God.
dark skinned. He got terrified for no reason about how angry I was, and then went downstairs, and that's what
So,
happened.
so just a quick question: what was the a chance, an opportunity in LA?
Because we have a mutual.
Yeah, because if he ain't have no money in Connecticut, he ain't got
Right,
no
right.
money in
That's
LA.
exactly what I was
Like
thinking.
what?
He's a tech mate.
Yo,
He has a tech. What do you call it? He has a tech. Yeah,
Background?
and when you're in tech, like Houston and LA is the spots to be, and he was cool. We had mutual acquaintances that was out here, so he wanted to move out here, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't mind. I have a 3 bedroom, so I'm like, he could take the extra bedroom, and then he could pay rent. You know what I mean? So, but before that, I was paying for everything. He wasn't
Right.
there, and I was paying for everything comfortably. So, the whole thing of niggas is like, oh, this nigga says he's rich on Twitter, but he needs roommates, and I'm like, I didn't need the fucking roommates, and I never said I was
Hmm.
rich. I just have a lot of, I'm self-employed, and I make a lot of money self-employed. But like niggas don't. Jokes is always gonna be the main.
And was the 5150 shit a joke too, or is there's some truth in that?
What's 5150?
He's saying that like it was on some like mental shit, like they got you up out of here on some like psychotic episode.
Yeah, he said they put you in the
Yeah,
nut
No,
that's what he
no,
was
house.
saying.
they got me. I
5150.
have the paperwork. It's on my Twitter and my media. It's a battery
So
charge.
is it simple assault and battery or
It's a
is it
it's a
aggravated?